Jose Monkey. I would really like you to locate where I am at.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. Okay, I couldn't wait to show you guys this one, because at first glance it looks like there's very little information here. But not only was I able to find it, I found it much more quickly than I thought I would. So what can we see? This person asks to be found and then shows us what is basically some very flat, unremarkable terrain. In fact, the first 20 seconds or so of the video give us almost nothing to work with. After that, we see some utility poles, and then what looks like a speed limit sign and maybe a mile marker sign. But unfortunately, the mile marker was a bit too far away to read. Next, we see an intersection with a stop sign, and it looks as if we might have street signs for both roads. If I was able to see both names, I might be able to narrow it down quickly, especially if one or both of the names was very uncommon. I'll come back to that. I also made a note of these triangular supports that we see on these fence posts here. Finally, the person wraps up the video showing us a bit more of the flat terrain and a few more utility poles. Okay, let's take a look at those street signs. I flipped the video around and zoomed in to see if I could read them. And there was some good news and some bad news. The good news is I was able to make out the names. It looked like this one said Pipeline Road, and this other one appeared to say Highway 10. Now the bad news is these names are not particularly distinctive. There's a Highway 10 in pretty much every state, and there are way more pipeline roads than you might think. Here's a map of every pipeline road in the United States that I was able to find in the OpenStreetMap database. It's a lot. Now, if the names had been distinctive, I probably could have found it right away. And I tried searching for Pipeline Road and Highway 10 together to see if I would get any results, but the results I got were not very helpful, and they mostly pointed to a place in Texas, and that was not right. Now, I figured I could probably write a query to find all of the pipeline roads that intersected with highways numbered 10. I figured that'd get me there eventually, and I was just about to write that query when I realized we had one more clue. Check out these sunglasses. I always check the reflections in these videos for clues, and as soon as I saw these sunglasses, I knew that they might be helpful. Nah, ain't no way. Now in this case, there wasn't really much to see, so most of what we see in the reflection is not really helpful. But in the first 10 seconds of the video, we do have a clue. We're able to see this person's car, and if we zoom in here, we can see the front license plate. It's not really readable, but I was pretty sure that this was a Colorado plate. If we rotate and resize the image and compare it to the Colorado plate, we can see that the mountain range looks like it matches. Even though I acknowledge that I don't know what the dark thing at the bottom is. So I decided to focus on Colorado, and that narrowed it down very quickly. You were here at this intersection in Fowler, Colorado. Once I saw the license plate, I looked for pipeline roads in Colorado that intersected Colorado Highway 10. And I found this spot right away. Here's a Google Street View photo of that intersection. Note the triangular structures on the fence posts, just like what we saw in the video. This photo is actually taken from the opposite side of that gate, which means that you were standing right over here. Yo, the Street View of the sun matches too. Yeah, I suppose it does. Just saying. Thanks, Ted. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time it was the place that I found in Season 1, Episode 267 in Saguache County, Colorado. That's about 108 miles or 175 kilometers away from this spot. Check out the map of all the places I've found for you guys so far, and if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say "Find me, Jose Monkey" or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.